Hey everyone, welcome back to my house in Palia. I know it's been a minute, but we're finally here and I've completed my design and I'm very happy with it. I went with blue on the exterior. Obviously we're given the blue roof, so I thought the blue looked great. And I liked the peaks. I knew I wanted those peaks in the front. And to show you how I've come up with this design, we'll look at the layout. I've got 5 large rooms attached to the harvest house, and then in the front there's 2 small rooms and 2 hallways, which came to be by accident, mostly because the hallways were kind of bugged for a while and I couldn't get the interior wallpaper right. So when we kind of troubleshooted and played around with it, it only worked when they were on the outside. But then it turned out I liked the way those looked, the way they peek out here. And here I've got these fun little guys. They're kind of derpy, but they're so cute and colorful. And on the other side, I went with my choppas, the choppa fountain and the choppa planter. Also a lot of fun. All right, let's go in and check out the living room. So for the living room, I wanted it to be light and bright. There's a lot of patterns going on. Kept the blue, dark blue on the front wall. Used a lot of plants. I needed a lot of the customization kits to change the furniture to this light blue. And funny enough, a lot of those end tables are just makeshift items that happen to match. And I like using a lot of the plants in here to keep that airy, bright look. I found some rugs. They may not be my choice if I had more options, but from what we have, they worked for this space. And I could have customized this rug to be blue, but I thought that's way too much blue. So I'm gonna bring in some of the green of the plants. All right, let's move on to this space, which is kind of like a lounge. It was going to be a game room, but I kind of turned it into just a hangout space, really. Got a couple of the cool bugs over here, some butterflies and plants with that animated wallpaper, which is really, really fun. Check out my lucky score from the lucky machine. I got the bed, yay! Then I have this little reading nook. I need to put some more stuff on the shelves. It's kind of tricky. Only certain items fit, and I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. Really just a simple space with like 4 corners. It's just to separate the living room from the bedroom. Here is my Starry Night room. My bedroom, moonstruck furniture, some of the ravenwood, a lot of purples and blues. Such a very, very cool space. That nice chase lounge to chill out on. I put a lot of candles in here for that kind of glowy kind of feel. And that fairy mantis is got the really cool colors on it. Purple and blue, purple and blue. I love it so much. Got my blue choppa pillow on my bed. And this cool bathtub, which may seem a little weird in a bedroom, but it's a place to relax and I thought it fit. Got a wardrobe and dressing area in the corner. You've got a mirror and a rug to check out your outfit. This is a very cool wardrobe. I like that one a lot. And this giant chandelier in here. All right, let's take a look on the other side of the living room to the dining room, which isn't complete, but I do like the chairs and the table I picked. So I'll still just be working on the outer edges and trying to fill up these shelves unless I decide to go with something else, because again, finding all the little things that can fit on that shelf is kind of challenging. Also would like a longer rug to put under the table, because obviously you'd be tripping on those fringe with that. It's just not long enough. And here's my kitchen, which I really love how this one turned out. It's really bright and open and warm compared to the other spaces. I had to put a lot of overhead light to make that work. We went with warm colors, reds and pinks and some brown. It's kind of strange the way they make you have 2 of each of the stoves and ovens and tables and to get some of the recipes done, but I found a way to make it work here, to lay them out so they didn't just look like a bunch of tables in a row. Made sort of an island in the middle there with a rug underneath. Get a table with some sweets from the event, and our icebox and our sink. You see with the light off, it gets really dim and it has a completely different feel. So I found putting one in each corner worked really well, and then there's a couple of lamps over the windows. I like it. I don't think it's too cluttered or small to where you might accidentally use the stove when you mean to use the oven or something. That's happened before. I should add some more things to those shelves, but otherwise I think it's pretty complete. And that's my kitchen. I think it's my favorite room. Well, I don't know. The bedroom's pretty cool too. I think we'll go to this office space. It's kind of like a study office area. I have all my trophies in here and my fireplace. This room is full of jewel tones and warmth and just the reds and the blues and greens. I've got a little drink station here, and I'm missing a trophy. I still need to get the hunting trophy. Got my desk, studying my spells there. And you can see I picked my shep, got my fire wreath there. All right, let's go and check out the backyard area. So I have a lot of the stuff from the Maji Market and the Dragon Shrine and the Phoenix Shrine, kind of going with that Zen kind of outdoor, I don't know, relaxation. We also have some musical instruments. I want to incorporate this fountain somehow. I know it kind of sticks out, but there's going to be a way. I think pathing would help a lot with that. It's just setting in the grass, so it's kind of odd. Oh, and I got this standee of this Ormu. Yeah. Wasn't sure where to put it, but I wanted it outside, so it's just beyond the fence. All right, well, that's a work in progress. We'll check it out again later. Here's my workshop, and it starts inside in this small room with my workbench and modification table, and I just wanted to use this fun pink wallpaper that just really didn't fit in any other space, but I thought it would be cool here, and I was able to bring some purple and pink in here, which made me happy. There's that hallway space I told you about from the outside, just like a little nook now. Then if we go outside, we'll see all my machines and workstations. It's kind of tidy inside of this fence. I think I've reset this space so many times. I had them in a tent. I had them just out and back for a while, but I like this. I think this works because it's in this one area. I know where to go, and they're kind of spaced out a little, not too cluttered, not too tight, and I have what I need. All right, I want to go back inside and take you out the other side where the garden is. But first, off the dining room, I created this like mudroom, if you're familiar with that. It's just a room just inside of your house where you take off your shoes, hang up your coat, you know, things like that, where you don't want to drag the inside or the outside into the inside of your house. And I went with the makeshift furniture in here because it's so fun. I just think it's so cool. I mean, who thought of a planter inside of a cheese grater? It's the best. The lighting is just, it's either really bright or really dark. I can't figure it out yet, but I'm trying different things. There's not too many to pick from yet. I really like this planter with the single flower in it. It's so cute. So yeah, that's my mudroom. I use that animated wallpaper again that I really like. And you can step right out into the garden. A couple more makeshift items there. And I added some lights on the walls there because otherwise it's really dark out here. I kind of separated my farming plots, a couple of apple trees. And then I have 2 more here that right now it has corn and potatoes and tomatoes. And the potatoes will keep the rest of them watered usually. And then I have another little area to the side with more farming plots, as well as my jams and my seeds. And back here I just have blueberry bushes. I used 4 of my 9 available plots for blueberries just to get those numbers right. And so I have 9 blueberry bushes back here, and that keeps my jammers full, and that makes me happy. I have some of these oversized wall decor on the side here and treasure chest. I kept it simple, well, simple in a way. I try to keep it clean. I went over this so many times, I've reset, but I think I'm finally happy with it. Thanks for coming to my tour, my house tour in Palia. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!